Alrighty, guys, it is time to wrap it up for today. It is 3:30 this Wednesday, October 15th. And okay, we're back in action again, but back to the mean. So this morning with this overnight, we started off on the long side of the market. We're looking to buy weakness. We never really not never got an opportunity to buy against weakness. We had a quick run down here in B period, and then they just took off. And for a while there, I felt like, yeah, we are rocking. We are on fire. And then London close came, and everything went down south. And we had a pretty good flush here in I period. Look at it all the way down here to that 6650s, and then complete reversal. Now, I did take a couple of trades since then. I took one trade on the ES. As I said, I was looking for that retracement here at the tablet, and of course this little initial run up above the tablet. Aggressive short and tight stop. I had my stop a little bit higher first. It stalled, started trading a little bit lower. I tightened up my stop and it did not work out. I was expecting them to run it back down again. That was the expectation on the trade, didn't work. Tight stop, 18 bucks down, nothing to worry about. And you can see that's why I preach tight stop because if you're wrong, you don't want to be caught in something like this. It will be ugly. So you can't repair this on the way up. It's just you never. They can run it to the mean. They actually ran it to the mean. So if you try to repair it on the way up here, this little rotation most likely did not give you enough opportunity to get out and you would pretty much be stuck all the way up here to the main. So that's something you don't want to be part of. That's why you get out early. But I was expecting at least a retest to that low and attempt, but it never really happened. So they just start snapping it right back up again. Now they're just twisting in the wind around the mean, and who knows where they're going to go. If they close above that 67 20s, I would stay on the long side. If they close below it, I would just stay range bound. So that's the way I'm looking at it right now. All right. I'll talk with him later. Uh, Looking at our Nasdaq, okay, so just to be clear, so 67, 15 to 20, lean long, below it, just stay range bound. If they run below the 66.95, you may want to start with a bias to the downside, see if they can run it lower, but I think that three-letter edge at 95 is pretty good to lean against. So that's how we get started in the overnight. Going into looking at the Nasdaq and the bonds, I'm down 18 on the on the ES. I made my money back, 26 bucks on the Nasdaq. So at the same time, this whole thing stopped me out on the ES. The ES it doesn't work or move as dramatically as the Nasdaq. So I turned to the Nasdaq here and hopped on alongside of this on the breakout. I had a quick 26 bucks on that one, got out of it. And Nasdaq is so volatile, so you have to be. I got out early because I guess I wanted to kind of get back in the green again. Uh, Sitting in waiting for it would have yielded me a lot more money, but I've been stuck in a few different trades today where I've been basically shaken out. So this is just too volatile. So for them to run down and shake me out of that trade would have been just a sneeze in the market. So that's why I took what I had when I had it. Didn't want to be cute about it. You can always re-engage it later on for a better trade, but I just made that back. So I had two trades today. One was a scratch, the short early on here, and if you think about it. Uh, I was short up here and I scratched it. And now I'm feeling pretty stupid about it. Maybe I should have just sat in that thing a lot less aggressively. But then again, you live and learn, right? If you knew that's going to happen, you would have probably traded it differently. But that you trade what you know at the time you see it. So that's what you got. So we are back to the mean, same story there. If they start trading above that area, the 980, I would stay on the long side. If they trade below this area, the 850s, I would stay on the short side or look for early weakness. Otherwise, I would just start off range bound going on the Nasdaq. Bond market, I tried one long trade on the bond market right down here. I did not get filled, but I tried it. I had a working order sitting here at the 29th. That was and I sat there a good a minute or two, and they were sitting right there going back and forth, and that just tells you how slow it is. And then that was at this level right there at the 29th. And I would have had a nice three, maybe four ticks worth of a trade, at least a break-even trade, and probably stop me out after that. But it's definitely looked like they had an opportunity there. As you can see, like on the F4 on the F5, it doesn't look like you would have gone much out of it. If you look at the F2, or it's a F4, you had at least 3 or 4 ticks going on it here before it started drifting back down again. So you had time to take a better profit if you wanted to. But as I said, I never got filled on it. But I saw that thing and figured out, okay, that's worth a shot because you were down here at support. You were right at this support area. You were stalling, and yeah, it was worth a shot. But I never got filled on it. So far, he has two trades on the Nasdaq up 26, one trade on the ES up down 18. And oil and gold, I have not traded those two today. But the gold is to the upside still, so trade gold from the long side has been pretty much range bounded. They're still very much on fire, 4,200 and counting. So I'm just waiting for that thing to run out of gas. It feels very much like someone is manipulating that market right now. And but trading from the long side still. We're not investing it, we're just day trading it. So that's how you should approach it. And then finally, oil just holding in a range, not going anywhere either. So range bound oil, range bound gold. I would stay on the long side on gold. I would stay on prefer the short side on oil. So that's still very much the ticket, but I haven't traded either of those two today. All right, back to the ES, and we'll see. We'll see if we get some weakness into the close or if they're going to be able to hold that 95 level. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we'll wrap it here for now, and I'll see you back bright and early in the morning. We'll go at it again. All right, guys, later.